Okay, today's story. Um, October 2013. I answered a company call and I ended up on Newland Road over there where LaSalle and 77 is. And I picked this lady up, and she's a big girl like me. And she had on, leggings and knee-high boots and a blouse and a little brooch holding her. She had a shawl on, everything. Bought herself a new bob wig. She's a sister. And she got in the car and she says, I am going to Farm Pond and Albemarle Road. I said, okay. She said, it's a round trip if you don't mind. My brain went ching, ching, money, money, money. Okay, so I said, that's fine. She said, I want to stop at the check cashing place right there at Sugar Creek and Tryon. On the way, I'll give you a deposit. Okay, that's even better. Yeah. So the lady got in the car and she made a phone call. She said, I'm on my way. Click. All right. We were just chatting along and we stopped at the check cashing place and she cashed her check. She gave me a $50 bill, which was great. I put it in my granny safe. And then we carried on over to Farm Pond. Well, this was 11-ish at night, and the neighborhood she went to was not that great, but there was lots of street lights and porch lights, and I didn't see any of the Walking Dead anywhere, so it looked good, right? At the time, I drove a 7-passenger minivan that had the hydraulic doors. Okay, what I did was I parked between two SUVs, and I shut everything down. I rolled the window down. I was content to, smoke a cigarette or two and play some solitaire. I didn't know how long her idea of in and out was. It might be different from my idea of in and out because, my in and out is I'm in and I'm out. She might be going to get laid or, whatever. I mean, guys pay for that, $100 to drive across town so they can screw and wait and then bring them back. But that's a whole nother story altogether. So many stories, so many years. Oh, my Lord. So anyway, old girl, she gets out of the car and she goes up to the door. Now, the door is probably 30 feet away from where I am, and I'm pointed directly at it, right? Okay, so she gets up there and she knocks. Nothing happens. She knocks again. Oh, come on. She went to knock the third time. Dude opened up the door. He said, what the fuck do you want? Get the fuck out of here. And he hit her in the head with a baseball bat. It echoed everywhere. I was like, holy shit. 911 immediately. I am a 911 calling bitch when it comes to domestic violence. Don't hit your bitch around me because you'll get fucked up. So I called 911. I said, oh my God, this lady just got hit in the head with a baseball bat. Dude put his shoulder down. He body checked her, knocked her big ass off the porch onto the sidewalk, hopped down there and hit her 2 more times with a baseball bat. And he's screaming at her the whole time, you want to fucking die? You're going to fucking die tonight? Do you want to fucking die? And she's like, no, 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 just let me get my bag. I'll leave, I'll leave, I'll leave. Okay, so he stands up off of her. And he's reaching down and he's pulling something out of his pants. Now, I'm giving emergency dispatch a blow by blow, literally, of what is going on. And he pulled out a pistol. Oh my God, I lost my shit. I did. I totally lost it. I was like, y'all got to hurry, please, please, please. I'm about to witness a murder and I don't want to. Hurry up. This woman needs help. And right about that time, I saw the blue stars come out and she start to convulse on the ground. And I was like, oh shit, he just tased that bitch. It slipped. I'm sorry. Y'all gotta hurry. You gotta hurry. Oh my goodness. I didn't know what else he was going to do to her. I hit him with a high beam so that my camera picked up everything. He was already in my headlights because as soon as she hit the concrete, I turned the lights on so the camera would get it. I didn't think about them damn high beams, but obviously he had intentions, and so I hit the high beams. I started to flick them at him, and I'm like, and the window's down. I'm like, I see you, I see you. He turned towards me, and I was like, oh shit. I threw my little van in reverse and I start to back out. I'm telling 911, I'm sorry, I've got to move. He's coming towards my car. He's got the baseball bat. I don't know what else he might have in his pants. And they're like, that's understandable. So, but it also led him away from her. And as I'm moving, I'm looking at him, and this guy, I don't know what kind of fucking drugs he was on, but I hope to never, ever, ever use any of that shit, or my children, or anybody else I know. Dude was like, his eyes were red and glazed. His hair's like all over the fucking place, foaming at the mouth. He's walking all slow. Get out of here. I was like, what the fuck are you on? Goddamn zombies. Anyway, so as I'm pulling away slowly, you know, he's behind the car, and I see that she's moving, which is good. I keep him moving. Now, it only took the police 127 seconds to get there. That was the longest 2 minutes and 7 seconds ever, except when I was on the other end of that baseball bat. That is a whole nother story, too. Anyway, yeah, I'm a tough old bird. But anyway, so the first police car stops at the end of the street. They came 4 deep, 4 cars. The first one stops at the end of the street to block the way. The second one stops at me. The other 2 go back there to her.
Calls holding in 200-1.
Anyway, so the first guy, he's taking my statement and everything, and I was like, oh my God, you know, I'm shaking and shit. I was like, I got to smoke. Please don't write me a ticket. I got. This just shot my nerves all to hell, you know, because that was a very traumatic experience for me to witness. I hate it. I hate violence. I hate it. Anywho, so I'm giving the statement and everything, and I heard them in the background asking her, was she okay? She's like, hey, crack my fucking skull. It's not funny. It's just the way it sounded. It was. So anyway, they took her statement and everything, and she came up to the door, and she says, do I owe you any money? And I said, no, ma'am. I gave her because it just hit $50 on the meter. And I was like, no, and you take my business card, I will come to court for you. I will stop what I'm doing, and I will come to court for you, and I will bring the video footage, because I got it. But, oh my goodness. And I'm looking at her, and I can see that she's got, her wig is shifted, and she's got a trickle of blood right here. Now, these cops did not arrest this man, because he turned around and ran into his house and pretended like he had no idea why they were there at all. Now, I've made it clear it's a company call. I don't know this woman, and I am an eyewitness to this crime, this violent crime. Assault with a deadly weapon with intent. 2 different weapons. And they did not arrest him. I was livid. They said that they could not see any marks on her body where he hit her in the body because she was a dark-skinned sister. They couldn't see that her wig was askew and the blood running down her face, but I can see it. You got cop lights in her fucking face and you can't see it, and I'm doing dim street lights and I can? Bullshit. Anyway, she refused to go for medical attention. Insurance thing, you know. All of us are fucked. But anyway, she did agree to go downtown and file warrants against him, which was cool. You know, about a month later, I got a phone call from her attorney who took a verbal statement. And then a few weeks after that, I got a call from his attorney. His attorney was a male attorney. Her attorney was female. So his male attorney called and said, Miss Alexander, do you recall the events that occurred on October 23rd, 2013? I said, you mean when your client opened up the door, hit this woman in the head with a baseball bat, body checked her, knocked her down off the porch onto the sidewalk, hit her 2 more times with a body, and then tased the shit out of her? Yes, I remember clearly. This occurred at 11:18 p.m. and it took the police 127 seconds to get there. I remember everything. I was traumatized as well, just being a witness. And it's all on video. I told them, both attorneys, it's all on video. I went and I had a copy made. Well, long story short, we never had to go to court. He pled guilty. But that was one crazy ass night. Crazy. Totally traumatized. But seriously, if I hear your woman screaming from inside your house and I see the shadows and see you throwing her all around, I'm gonna call 911 to pay you a visit. If I see you hit a woman anywhere, I'm gonna have 911 pay you a visit. Absolutely. I cannot stand that. There is no excuse. None. I don't care what anybody does. There is no excuse. None.